What do you have? What do I have here? My puppy. I've had this puppy for a very long time, but I have a special story to tell you about a puppy because it is going to tell you about my Bible story. I have a lot of stuffed animals, but I love animals. And I'm going to tell this story today by showing you a little bit of something about this puppy and telling you a story. And it's about a new word. Do we know what this word is? No, this says stubborn. Do you know what the word stubborn means? I can do this. I am not going to do it. I'm going to stamp my foot. But you know what? This puppy right here reminds me of what happened to me when I was a little girl. I was about 12 years old, and my friends had a big dog, and they wanted me to doggy sit for them. So I went up to their house. Yeah, and I went to their house, and this big dog was in his house. Listening ears, friends. Anthony, please listen. Thank you. So this big dog was in this doghouse, and I took him out, put his leash on, and do you know what he did? Yeah. I thought I was going to have a nice little walk with my dog, and you know what happened? We have big hills where I came from, and he was like this. He would not stop, and I'm saying, stop, stop. And the dog did not stop. He was stubborn. He wanted to do what he wanted to do, not what I wanted to do. My Bible lesson today is about a king. His name was Pharaoh. Can you say Pharaoh? That's right. I'm going to let you peek at Pharaoh. He was very stubborn. Do you remember Moses? Do you remember our mountain with the smoke that came up when we did the 10 Commandments? This is Moses. Say hi to Moses. Hi. He had a brother. His name was Aaron. Say hi to Aaron. Hi, Aaron. And in the Bible story, God, well, first of all, before I go there, Moses decided he was going to go out and take care of his sheep because that's what they did. So I have him taking care of the sheep right here. And he went out to check on his sheep. Sheep, are you okay? And guess what he saw? He saw a bush that was on fire. And he looked at that. Can you see the bush was on fire? And he walked over to it because he says, why is that bush on fire, but it's not burning up? So he walked over to it, and guess what he heard? He heard God's voice saying, Moses, I want you to do something for me. He says, I want you to go to Egypt and set my people free. And that meant he had to talk to Pharaoh, and he was stubborn. Can you say he was stubborn? He was stubborn, that's right. And he did not want to do that. He said, what about my brother Aaron? Because he talks better than me. So he said, okay, I can have Aaron help you. So that's what happened. Let me move you guys over here so we have a little more room. So when they saw God and they listened to God. And God said, you have to go and do this. So they set it up, and Aaron was going to be the helper. And do you know what happened after that? You do. Okay, so they went to go to see Pharaoh. And here's Pharaoh, and he sits in his chair. Can you see his royal chair? He is a king. Yeah, and he sits there, and Moses goes to him. And he says, I need you to let my people go so that they can pray to God. And Pharaoh said, no. Can you say the word no? This is N-O. And you know what? He told him, if you will not do that, then God's going to be upset, and we're going to have to do something about that. So he said, on day 1, if you do not let my people go, and here's his people. They were very hard workers. They had to build a lot of bricks. Can you see them working very hard? Yeah. It was hot out there, and they had to make bricks with straw and mud and water to build all of these places, and they didn't like doing that, but Pharaoh was very stubborn. He said, keep building them, okay? Do not stop building them. I am not going to let your people go. So the next day, what happened was, what day is this? 1. Day number 1. Oops. Okay, let me turn over day number 1. Okay, he made he said to Aaron, said, hold up your rod and you're going to touch the water and it is going to turn red. It was blue and all the fish are swimming. And when he touched it with his rod, this is what happened. It turned red and it was like, it was blood. And they could not drink the water because they could not drink it. It stunk. And the fish inside, they were not alive anymore. And Pharaoh decided, I'm still not going to let my people go. He said what? No, I'm not going to let my people go. And Moses was very angry about that. So he had to go to him again on a different day. What number? Day number 2. And on the second day, God said to Moses, tell them that there's going to be frogs everywhere. And he said to Aaron to touch the water that the frogs are in, and that's what Aaron did. And when that happened, there were frogs everywhere. They were hopping all over the houses and in their beds and in every place that you could see frogs. There was frogs all over. Whoops. Would you like to have frogs hopping all over you? No.
That's gross.
Yeah, they could go right on your body like that and stick there, right? Yeah, and still Pharaoh, his heart was very stubborn, and he said no again. Did not matter if there was frogs all in my house. So next day, Moses said that did not work. So we went to day number 3. What happened here? Uh-oh. Number 3. Do you see this? What happened on day number 3? Aaron took his rod again and he stomped it on the ground like that. And all of these gnats or lice, whatever you want to say, they went all over the place, on their bodies and on the cows and everywhere, and they were very itchy. And Pharaoh was very upset that this was happening, but still, he told Moses, I am not going to change my mind because he said no. That's right. So what happened the next day was day number 4. Number 4. What happened here? Oh, so on day number 4, God said, okay, this is not working. I'm going to send down a whole bunch of, this is what God did. He sent down a whole bunch of flies. Uh-oh.
Flies don't want to work.
It doesn't want to work. You know what I did? Uh-oh. I did not know that when I put this together,
I think it's stuck.
it is stuck.
Yeah.
It is stuck. Let's see. We have a little bit of a problem, but I can fix it. Here comes number 4. Are you ready to see the flies?
Yeah.
Are flies kind of a pest? Do you like to have a fly in your bedroom while you're sleeping? No. Can you imagine if they were all over your body and you're going like this all the time trying to get them away? Yeah, and still, when Moses said, let my people go, what did he say? No. He said no. Yeah, so the flies were going all over. Number 5. Number 5. We had on number 5 all these animals in the farm that they had in their land. They had all the animals. Let's move some things around here. We'll put the frogs back over here. What do we have? This animal is a
camel.
A camel. What about this animal here?
A horse.
What about this guy right here? A cow. What about this one right here?
A sheep.
Yeah. So what happened? God decided when Moses went to Pharaoh again and told Pharaoh, please let my people go. And he said, no. He said, well, I'm going to just have to make all of your animals not live anymore. And here was number 5. Yeah, that was very sad that all the animals could not live. And Pharaoh still said no because he was stubborn.
Yes.
Number 6.
6.
Here we go. Let's see what happened on day number 6. Oh, this is what happened. Oh my goodness. Aaron had to go and take his rod again. Oh, Moses. I'm sorry. It was Moses. I got mixed up there. And Moses came along and he told Pharaoh, let my people go. And he said no. And God told him to go take some ashes out of where you have a fireplace and take them out of the furnace and put them on your hand and blow them. You ready? And then what happened? Everybody had red. I know I'm going to have to pick them up. I know. I was deciding whether to do it or not, but that's what happened. And they had red sores all over their body, and it really hurt. It really hurt. So we're going to go to the next day because Pharaoh again said, no matter what, I am not going to let the people go. No. He said no. So day number, what day? Number 7. Let's see what happened on day number 7. Oh, he said he was going to send down, God did this, and Moses lifted up the rod again to the sky, and Moses told Pharaoh that it's going to hail, and there's thunder and lightning, and the hail came down so hard it was hitting everybody on their head. I think that would really, really hurt if it was falling on my head. I know what hail is. I lived where it snowed. And it's very hard. And again, Moses said, no way. I'm not going to let your people go. Now we're going to go to day number 8. Day number 8. Let's see what day number 8 happened. This is what happened. Moses went and told Pharaoh again, if you don't let my people go, I am going to send out some very big locusts. Do you see how big this is? It looks like a grasshopper. But they're going to hop all over everything that did not get hurt by the hail and eat all of the leaves. And that's what happened. And still Pharaoh did not like it, but his heart was still stubborn. He said, no way, not going to let him go. Number 9. Okay, let's see what happened on the 9th time Pharaoh said no. Uh-oh, you know what happened? I'm going to do it real quick. There was no light for 3 days. It was total darkness for 3 days. Nobody could see anything. And they were bumping into everybody, and it did not get light until after 3 days. Yeah, and then the last day, because Pharaoh still said no. God is like, I don't know what to do now, because Pharaoh kept saying no. And on the very last day, who knows this number right here? Number 10. Do you see the very sad faces with the tears coming down? Something very sad happened, and it made Pharaoh change his heart. And he decided to let the people go so that they could go to what was called the Promised Land and be there to pray to God. Pharaoh had no other choice to let his heart decide to let them go. Yeah. That is the end of the 10 plagues. Was that a lot? It was. It was a lot to remember. So can we do it again? I can tell you all about it later. Can we pray about that, please? Dear God, I am so thankful that you are there to help us make good choices. And Lord, that we can pray that our heart is never stubborn. And we give you all praise and honor and glory. And all of your children said, Amen. Thank you, guys.